the word, it's your man Slap Shot you in the heart of Flatbush, man. And I got a special guest with me.
Marz Money, it's good.
Don't leave me hanging, don't do me like this. Marz, my man, son. We going back like a few years, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate the invite to your community and shit like that.
Yes, definitely.
For that. Man, so let people know about yourself, man. People that don't know what they should know about Marz Money.
Alright, my name is Marz Money, you know what I'm saying? From Flatbush, Brooklyn. Been around for a while. Started my solo career in about 2008, 2009. And I did a bid, you know what I'm saying? I got sentenced to 8 joints. You know what I mean? Did about close to 7 out of that. And but prior to that, you know, I was getting my feet wet. I had a couple good features. Corey Guns, Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace. A couple other dudes working with my group, Knoxman Committee, and you know what I mean, Young Amsterdam, and a couple other people, you know what I mean, on the underground scene, but you know, always on the come up and coming. I ended up getting locked, and I came home to people that I was rapping with and a couple of my friends that blew up, you know what I'm saying? And I just got back to it, and you know, I'm more so on the entrepreneurial side, and I've always been independent. So also another thing that gave some notoriety to me is I do graphic design. So I do like artwork for logos, CD covers and all that. And I'm knee deep in the industry, man. I gotta, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Nipsey was a close friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? I've been around a couple people. I've been around a lot of, you know what I mean, celebrities, and like Nipsey Hussle, other than Nipsey Hussle's like BMF, you know what I'm saying? A couple people, you know what I mean? I won a competition, you know what I mean? Recently I won a competition where it was hosted by Casanova, a childhood friend or whatever. So I've been around, you know what I mean? I've been around. I just was managing an artist that passed away recently, Nick Blixky. You know what I'm saying? Long live Nick Blick. And I just been around, and you know what I mean? I've been waiting in the trenches, just, you know what I mean, doing my thing, and you know what I mean, making money off the music business in the meantime, you know what I'm saying?
I got you. So as far as like as far as it goes, you say 2008, so what, you about 12 years in the game, right?
Yeah, you could say it. You could say it about that.
What's the biggest lesson you learned so far?
Biggest lesson I learned so far in the music business is it's like don't set no expectations on deals or anything that's coming your way until it's like inked. Because you know what I mean, you get real offended when things don't work out the way you expected it to work out, and you know what I mean. So I say that don't set no expectations. You know what I mean? Less letdowns, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
So as far as it goes, like with the internet and it's set up, there's plenty of different ways and avenues to promote yourself and things of that nature. You said you did 8 joints. How long did it take you to like readjust to that, to like the internet work?
I'm tech savvy, so immediately.
He took to
immediately. I came out and I was on go, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, you know, recognize that and acknowledge that. So, you know, just I'm in a position of getting over the hump, but the way the industry going, like, I'm all about independence regardless of what, you know what I'm saying? So it don't even bother me now, and the industry is kind of nasty work to me right now, you know what I'm saying?
What you think is wrong with it right now?
I'm seeing a lot of death with the artists, and I'm seeing a lot of like shenanigans, you know what I'm saying? I don't even want to call certain artist names, but we know, you know what I mean, a lot of the shenanigans that's going on, a lot of the authenticity is not there, and I'm all about that, you know what I'm saying? That's how I got my name, being real or being official, or you know what I mean, that stand-up dude, you know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you something with the authenticity thing. Does it make it harder to work with artists, or do you at the end of the day be like, all right, well, this is a job or this is a career, and even though you don't compromise your integrity, I mean, could you work with a lot of people who you've probably heard have a lack of? You understand what I'm saying?
I mean,
if it's better in your career.
If it involves in music,
Yeah.
and it's collaborating, and it's someone, you know what I mean, is working as hard as you or even more than you, working with them, as long as it's not something that you're against or you don't promote, then I don't mind working with anybody, you know what I'm saying? Especially like you don't have to be cut from a certain cloth, as far as you don't have to be into certain things just for me to take a liking to you or do, you know what I mean? As long as you're a good person, you know what I'm saying? And that's about it. But I'm not gonna sit here and work with somebody that don't follow not everybody is street. So I don't need to exclude someone that's not street because, you know what I mean, out of music is music. You know what I mean? If they could get the job done, then we gonna work, you know what I'm saying?
That makes sense. All right. So like at this point in your career, how would you market a Marz Money?
All right, like at this point in my career, I'm just basically like showcasing like the package, basically like the authenticity of Marz Money, you know what I mean? Like telling my story. Like all my music is like autobiography, you know what I'm saying? So from then until now, like I just want to showcase, you know what I mean, from before to the growth and everything that I represent now, you know what I'm saying? Entrepreneurship, you know what I'm saying? Like the young OG of you know what I'm saying, of this era, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I would like to like how the transition from me being only an artist to a graphic designer to even an executive producer right now. Like I executive producing and A&R in Nick Blixky's project. You know what I mean? I put myself in a position where I could have been like a Baby or you know what I mean, or Rick Ross, and that's that boss mentality is what I'm trying to showcase.
I think,
now.
but the thing about that, like, I think now being like older now, what I get, right? What you have to do, like for stuff like that, is you have to be able to have an ear at the same time, because you can't, you know, there's so many people that's like stuck on, you know, like I ain't listening to nothing if I ain't got no ball. You have to have like some sort of foresight. Can you use that? Do you like when you use that in your career and stuff like that? Can you use that in your career? You think? Like, that foresight or that tuning the sound, or is it like you got to get this type of Marz Money?
That's like big dope. That's like, you know what I mean? Me knowing what it would take to bring an artist to the next level. You know what I mean? Like now I know. I'm not gonna get on a mic right now and rap like it's 2008. I'm gonna rap like it's 2020, and also like a couple artists nowadays kind of open that door to show that, you know what I mean, that 30 plus artists can still convey their message and tell their story, you know what I'm saying? So I got that in me, you know what I'm saying? So versatile, you know, wise, like I got that in me where I can showcase all forms of music. You know?
So I mean, like you said earlier, like there's a lot of fuckery in the industry and shit like that. Do you think there is room for authenticity? Can you make it being a stand-up motherfucker this day and age? Yeah,
definitely. Like there's people out there, there's artists out there that I see that's doing that right now. You know what I mean? People that came a long way, like from longevity, as far as like Lil Wayne and stuff like that, and you know what I mean? But then there's dudes that started late in their career that's winning right now, like Griselda, you know what I mean? So when I see those type of people, when I see the J. Cole's, the Kendrick Lamars, and you know what I mean, I see my peers, I see myself in them, you know what I mean, the late great Nipsey Hussle. Like if I could compare myself to any of these artists, I'll say like, you know, a little staticky like Uncle Murda, little knowledgeable like J. Cole, and entrepreneurial and the whole package like Nipsey Hussle. Like if I had to go that route, you know what I'm saying?
That's fine. That's actually a really dope.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. So, all right then. So, as far as you and your the authenticity goes, right now, how has it? Do you feel like it's credited enough? That's what I want to say. Like, is it
that's
credited enough? Because a lot of people say, a lot of people complain about having integrity because it don't get them nowhere, or you know what I'm saying, or they feel taken advantage of. So, do you still feel like there's a place for that?
It's definitely a place for that, but you're right. It also be discredited, or it's also like overlooked. Mm-hmm. It's overlooked because of whatever's hot is hot, but I don't want to box myself in, so I'm always open-minded now. Maybe back then I wasn't, but listening to I blame it on the artists that I love, like Beanie Siegels and Jay-Z's. Like if you ain't have a Bentley, don't rap about a Bentley until you got a Bentley. So I kind of box myself in on that authenticity, and I'm keeping it real. I didn't do this and I didn't do that. So
now it's taking away any chance of you having a cap.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? But now, as I get older and I experience more, and I have been experiencing more, now that I got older,
you can put it in the rap.
I can put it in the rap. I can say I've been here and I've been there and I've been doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? So definitely that type of,
I mean, all right, then. So when you when you come back here, this is like Flatbush, and I think it's been like, would you say, because I can't say from the outside looking in, there's been a change from like when you went into coming home?
Definitely.
What would you say was the change?
You know what I mean? I'll say this, right? It's gonna kind of like, I just say, as far as, it's two different type of changes. We're gonna talk about hip hop, then we're gonna talk about, society or whatever. But as far as like music, the changes, like you say, like we was explaining, the less authenticity. Like, man, if you make a hot record, it is what it is. We don't care about your background. We don't care if you're real or not, and this, that. And back in the days, that was, you know what I mean? Now I can rap about being a shooter and never shot nobody, or I can rap about taking all these type of drugs and don't even take these drugs. You know what I mean? Just to get the clout that I need, you know what I mean, that you cleave. But basically, like, as far as the music, as far as like society now, you know what I mean, they got a lot, kids is making more money, you know what I mean, without saying what it is. You know what I mean? It's a different era. Social media, the kids making more money. Violence is really induced as far as it's promoted in the music and out in the outside world, and so that changed the dynamics of everything totally. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta wiggle your way through that, and you gotta adjust. It took me a while to adjust.
Okay, what was the biggest adjustment?
My biggest adjustment was understanding the youth, understanding how to get to them, understanding how to move at my age, how to move in the streets, how to move musically, how to not apply that pressure that back in the days I would have, you know what I mean? I would have been more rowdy, or would have been more controversial.
You think old you would have been able to make it outside today? Like,
I'll be wildin'. I'll be a target. And I mean, I don't want to continuously bring up artists, but being that we in Brooklyn, we in Flatbush, we know the person that I see is Envy Kane. People that type of, you know what I'm saying, just target on my back, but I'm official, and if you want it, you know what I mean. I see myself like that in the past, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But
so you might have actually gotten further.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even now, if I would have came, a lot of people expected me to come that way. Yeah. Like the last record I dropped, I kind of was getting a lot of shit off my chest. There's a lot of people saying, Marz, I want to hear that. Set the record straight. A lot of people like, yo, Marz, that's the Marz I want to hear. That's the Marz I want to hear. And it got to be a balance, and especially with growth, maybe that ain't the route, or that's the conscious decision that I'm making, that I ain't trying to take it there to that extreme level. But I still got to talk my shit, and I still got to preach, and I still got to get shit off my chest.
I mean, no,
and that's my hardcore fans love me for.
No, I mean, like, all right, so listening to your music, you know, like some of the shit myself I'm familiar with and shit like that. So you can hear it's kind of coded and shit of that nature. So would you say like that would be might be the biggest difference when you do talk your shit now? It's a little bit more intricate, if you know type vibes.
Yeah.
Instead of just coming straight how you was.
Great observation.
Yeah.
Exactly, it's exactly like that, and that's what I learned from like. You didn't know who Jay-Z was dissing unless you knew.
Yeah.
You didn't know what was.
You hear mad stories.
We didn't know what was certain things he said, and I grew up under that era. So controversial, subliminal, little, you know what I mean, little rhyme schemes. I do that to this day. You know what I'm saying, and that go over a lot of people's head.
It does. It does. I think me personally, that's what made me a fan of drill, and I'm talking about like when I first started, not Brooklyn drill, I'm talking about like Chicago drill.
Okay.
I used to hang out in the studio called the Blue Room on 42nd Street.
Okay.
And this is when like Chief Keef just dropped, and I had this camera dude. He's from Chicago. The nigga started it. Like, we like the songs, but then he started like explaining the shit he was talking about and like gang language and shit like that. I'm like, yo, this shit type deep. This is like the hieroglyphics of the hood. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like shit that super encoded. That's why I appreciate all types of drill. You understand what I'm saying? Like even Brooklyn drill and shit like that. I mean, most people ain't like Envy Kane where they're just going to say everybody's name at once. Everybody. So a lot of them are also like, or a lot of them like take your route. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you know kind of situation. When it first came to Brooklyn, if you didn't know who they was talking about, it was a hot song. You understand? So do you see like the kids do this type of shit? Do you see like, I personally like to tell people there's genius in it. You understand? But do you believe like overall this whole drill movement kid breeds some type of good? Or is it just all like the promotion and the true stories is just something that
I mean it is some good because there's people that make it out, but then there's also some bad that are kids that don't make it out. You know what I mean? Nick Blixky, KJ Baller, Pop Smoke is you know what I mean? Whether you know what I mean, there is you do put a target on yourself. 5-year foreign, you know what I mean? If you know, you know, but you know what I'm saying? Is basically like you said, we can highlight the drill and the storyline behind it, but it's like we kind of infatuated with a storyline that can go wrong way.
Like real. That's
you know what I'm saying?
I think that's the fucked up part about it to me, because you know these like I celebrate it because you know we always like the person that took their own route.
Yeah.
So, you understand what I'm saying? And but you know the promotion of it. I mean the promotion of what goes on like in real life.
Yeah.
It has painted that target. So it's like I do think like them talking about what they known has breed of like geniuses. You get what I'm saying? Like geniuses, like from Pop Smoke bridging the gap. You understand what I'm saying? Bridging the gap between the clubs and drill. What you call it? Then you have like somebody like a Tutu that's able to like that has like fucking nationwide dance. You know, just off of YouTube and shit like that. Or even like Chef G's putting together intricate albums. And a lot of this is from like they would have never discovered this genius without the pain and shit like that. So it's like I celebrated in that, but like still like you hope nothing happens to like Envy Kane or something like that. You understand what I'm saying? But if something did, it's like, damn, I kind of got it. You understand? You put people in positions, and it's so all these things. It's like it adds up, and I'm trying to figure out like, is there a middle ground to it? Do you think?
At this point, I may have said that 6 months or a year ago. But today, like we speaking today, it's bittersweet for me right now. It's bittersweet for me right now. Like, I don't know where it's gonna go. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you make it out, you're out. Sometimes it double back. But if you make it out, you make it out. And if there's a lot of artists that we don't even bring up, that's not here no more. There's a lot of crew members from these artists that's people not here no more. And then now they're just RIPs and hashtags now. You know what I'm saying? So it go both ways, you know what I'm saying? But like I always use, like I used to tell Nick how I got Nick to really listen to me, it was like, yo, I said Chief Keef, Lil Durk, Bibby, all them dudes is not in the hood no more. I'm like, yo, don't you want to get a mansion in LA and move your mom out the hood? And so we gotta turn this negative into a positive. So I had that, but you know, him losing his life got me a little
colder.
Yeah, made it a little like, damn, man, maybe, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But that's something that we all sign up for, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day. So we can't really, you know what I mean, as men or as street dudes, you can't really say you don't understand it or look at it as a complete tragedy, although that is, but it come with the streets, you know what I'm saying? So it is a balance, and you gotta kind of, that's why Nick album, right? Just to use him as my perfect example. Nick album that he just dropped, right? Most of his songs is straight drill, subliminals, shooting and everything. This album, I say, yo, focus on the money, the bitches, and partying. And that's what he did. And I feel like that would have took us where we needed to be. That would have took him out. If he would have, you know what I'm saying?
I do like, I was just telling my cameraman, shout out to my man Sean, before we got here, I think that was the difference. That was the bridge that Pop Smoke provided.
Exactly.
And it was like so subliminal, people didn't, like us Brooklyn niggas, we didn't even notice.
That
we just
was
like
an
the
example.
song. And then like when it started crossing over, it's like, I kind of get it. The hook is welcome to the party.
Yeah.
You play this at any party.
Yeah.
They don't, you understand, no matter what he said in them verses, he caught the shit out that beat and he ran with it just with a welcome to the party hook.
Yeah. I used to make, it was a joke that like Nick used to get mad because Pop did Nick made Drive the Boat. Pop made a song called Drive the Boat. Like Nick was kind of like saying, damn man, they taking my shit. But I tell him stick with his formula. His formula was working, and I used him. And I used Pop Smoke as an example whenever we was, you know, we was at a clash, or we was like at a standstill. I used to use certain artists as an example, and like, yo, make a song called Drive the Boat. Make a song called Jaddy. Talk about the bitches. Use your lingo. You know what I'm saying? Use your lingo, and it works, man. And I know it can work for all these artists. It can work. You know what I'm saying? And
so, do you think people will be more accepting of drill as accepting of drill? Because right now, organically, they're getting like 100,000 just telling these hood stories, right?
Maybe more than 100,000. They're getting 500,000.
I'm talking about views. Like I'm talking about views on YouTube. Like I'm talking about like, but they get into millions and shit like that. But that's we talking like organically. Yeah. So now we getting all these shit, this shit organically. If we do try to switch the content, do you still believe it'll garner as much success? What you call it, organically? I think it will, but like you said, the only way it will, I kind of switch that. Basically, the only way it will is if they add what Pop Smoke added to it. What, like Fabio's song, Big Drip. You know what I mean? That shit get played in the club. You know what I'm saying? That shit get played in the club. So sometimes Bobby Smurda's song was a diss song. Bobby blew up off of a diss song. You know what I'm saying? So you never know.
You never know.
Time,
you know
place, there's a lot of shit that go.
It's that star quality too. It's the star quality. It's really the star quality that's gonna get you where you need to be. They got some dudes that never made it that was making 500,000. The Bambino Kid and the originators kind of kind of, you know what I mean? Yeah, Jay's Gasoline. They may, who knows? They may have fumbled their ballers. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? OMB, JB. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a perfect example. I get it. So now though, like, what would you say to you, like, was your biggest transition, like having to like move around these times? Your biggest adjustment? My biggest adjustment?
Yeah. I think listening to the youth and listening to the dudes that was out here before, like I listened to a lot of dudes and I applied it. It took me a while to even move. It took me a while to move on this route, that route. I give all the credit to like the people around me, good and bad examples. You know what I'm saying? I give musically, I give the credit to a couple people. You know what I'm saying? Like my manager, Victorious, a friend of mine, Vaca Rondon, and you know what I mean, J News, Laylo, a couple dudes that I know that's, you know what I mean, Kaz, you know what I mean. A lot of people I give the credit to of understanding the music business and understanding the streets and understanding the climate of Brooklyn and how it's going down. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of feel like I got everything sewn up. Like I know what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so let's get to what you call it. Let's get to Flatbush in general as a community. What you like about it? What you say is your favorite part about being from Flatbush?
I mean, Flatbush is home, so I love the diversity. You know what I mean? I say the diversity and like the uniqueness of being from Flatbush. Like when you speak to someone and you tell them you from Flatbush, sometimes they'll be like, "What is he like? You Jamaican?"
Western immediately.
But you know what I mean. You part of the Caribbean, so
yeah.
But you also got Americanized, so you got a combination. That second and third generation is Americanized. So
That's a fact.
I think our versatility is what I love about my people, and you know what I mean. Our style, our it's braggadocious. Like,
so what's one thing like you'll find in Flatbush and only in Flatbush, whether it be like a slang, like a style or something like that?
A lot of slang is originated in Flatbush that people don't even
give me an example.
acknowledge.
Give me one.
Mixie.
Oh, okay.
Mixie is from Flatbush.
I'm taking credit for that.
I'm taking credit for that. I know people that, you know what I'm saying? Mixie, I'm taking all the credit for that. The mix, you know what I mean? Yo, you know what I mean? Shit like that. Like
Link.
You know what I mean? All that.
Yeah.
Vibes. All that. I'm taking credit for all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, it's like the mixture of like West Indian with the American shit.
Is what breed a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Breed that.
Yeah, that's a
you know what I mean? Definitely like hip hop. We a staple in the game, but you know what I mean? I grew up like you know why I rap? You know why I started to rap?
What?
Flatbush. Just repping Flatbush. If you notice, almost every track I drop is repping Flatbush. You know what I'm saying?
Lord of
like,
Flatbush.
You Lord of Flatbush. And you know what I mean? In my community, you're not gonna not hear something. You're not gonna, when they bring up rap and they bring up Flatbush community-wise, Flatbush, my name is going to be mentioned. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So basically, like, that's what I wanted to do it for. I wanted to do it for Flatbush.
So
to this day, you know
stamp yourself a Flatbush legend.
I mean, I've been hailed.
That's what legend is. When you say like when they mention this, they gotta mention me.
Yeah.
You the legend of that. You understand?
Well, you know that's
something that you know what I mean. That's something that
you or people on the outside will have to claim. You know what I'm saying? But definitely as far as laying some groundwork or knowing that that artist right there been going hard for Flatbush his whole career, and I mean I am the people's champ. Like I've noticed. You know what I mean? I've got. Every time I drop something to someone in my DM and someone see me in the street, yo, you Marz Money, yeah, Marz. Yo, I'm shocked, you know what I'm saying? I get my kudos, you know what I mean, in the community.
That's fine.
And that's why I love my hood, because you know what I mean, there's people that come up to me that I have never spoken to in my life, you know what I'm saying?
And you're familiar.
And they're familiar, and I'm a familiar face.
That's fine.
You know, it's kind of a gift and a curse sometimes.
Yeah, obviously.
You're like, yo,
right now, I mean, but
you know what I'm saying?
You've put in work to get that.
Yeah, you know,
definitely put in work. Yo, does that breed jealousy? You think?
Yeah, like I'm gonna give you an example. Like as a kid, I wasn't a fan of like even calling someone a hater. Like I really wasn't hater, jealous, and like I never really took a spot. Like I never really, like I was never the one to say, yo, fear, trust nobody. Like, but as I got older, I started realizing that that's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
People say these things for a reason.
For a reason.
Yeah.
So at this age now, yes, I realize it does breed a little jealousy. I realize that, you know what I'm saying? There's people that I don't see jealousy from like the outside, the fans. I never see that. I see jealousy from like peers or you know what I mean, like certain like certain vibes you get from people on the outside. I don't look at myself like no public enemy number one though, because the public is not giving me that vibe.
Yeah.
But certain things, like certain little movements of people, you know what I mean, in the community, as far as like your peers or, you know, rappers or friends, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I see, you know what I mean, I notice that, but for the most part, like, I embrace the love, you know what I mean? I don't even focus on the negative.
That's fun, man. That's definitely fun. So it hasn't made you jaded at all?
Nah, definitely has not made me jaded, you know what I'm saying?
More aware, but just not jaded.
Perfect. Exactly.
Yeah. So you do believe that there's still like some genuine love in this and all that type of shit. That's dope, man.
The love overpower the hate, definitely.
Okay.
I say that.
That's
I gotta
dope.
give that credit. You know what I'm saying?
So, as far as like with you, who would you say have you seen somebody that reminded you of you when you was like staying principles and all that type of stuff in Flatbush right now?
Like, you mean like someone in Flatbush?
Someone in Flatbush.
Well, I mean, I don't know,
or at least musically.
I mean, it's gonna seem like to people, you know what I mean, but if you want to say musically, who emulate my whole message and my character, I'll say I'll say like a Nipsey Hussle though. I like Ice Cube, like, you know what I mean?
But you don't see it in none of these young artists.
And these young artists, not necessarily. I see a lot of they walk a different path.
Oh, okay.
They walked a different path, so I don't really see that. You know what I mean? I see, like I said, like we mentioned before, like MV Kane, like like the fire starter.
That's the
like the fire starter. I definitely see myself. You know what I mean? In that type of time. You know what I'm saying? But.
But I mean, like, as far as the authenticity now, like, there's somebody that, you know, like how you said, like, you want to be on like the Palmer vibes and stuff like that. Does anybody remind you that?
I mean, I see bits and pieces in certain artists, you know what I mean? But like, you know, Pop Smoke had a lot of maturity. You know what I'm saying? He had a lot of maturity. He's Panamanian, so as a, you know what I mean, older, I like, you know, seeing things like that and but I see bits and pieces from different artists, you know what I mean, so I can't really pinpoint one person, you know what I'm saying.
Alright, yep, you mentioned Panamanian. So what's that like? I mean, you already have the gumbo of Flatbush, but what is it like when you walk through Marz Money's doors?
Panamanian, like, you know what I mean, like, that's, like I said, versatility and you know what I mean, that speaking Spanish, looking black, like, you know what I mean, you don't get no better than that, you know what I'm saying. So
then people said, like, what you call it, Panamanian is nothing but a Jamaican that speaks Spanish.
yeah. You know people say that, and to a certain extent, that's a fact, you know what I'm saying. And you know what I mean, a lot of people, Panamanians come from a melting pot in itself, you know what I mean. Panama itself is a melting pot. Like, you might see a Panamanian that look similar to like a Spaniard or a Mexican, but they're cold-hearted Panamanian, you know what I'm saying. So definitely, like, you know what I mean, a Panamanian household breed, you know what I mean, different type of people. So when you see someone else that's a Panamanian, same way a Haitian see a Haitian, they look at them in a different light. Like, I know he knows, like, he was raised how I was raised, like, and you kind of take a liking, you know what I'm saying? So that automatically is definitely there, you know what I mean? Definitely there.
Gotcha. All right, I can see that. All right, then. So now, as far as you, what you believe like is your future role within this community, within Flatbush?
Yeah. Within the community, man, I just want to continue to inspire, continue to like motivate, Like I catch myself around artists, you know, in the hood, telling them, "Yo, I'll bring you to the studio, man. Come on, let's go to the studio." So I definitely see myself as someone that if anyone needed connections to the industry or shoot a video or get an interview, you know what I mean? Anything, like
you provide all the
I
plugs.
felt like I could provide all the plugs that I have because that's the person that I'm the person that I needed in 2008, 2009. You know what I mean? I want to be that. I want to be that person. I want to be that person to the youth
so
right now.
What would you think? What would you think your young Marz Money would have done?
I would have definitely needed a budget. I say I definitely would have needed a budget, but I'd have definitely needed the ins and outs. I freestyled. Like I'm basically like a do-it-yourself type of guy. So I've been like that since.
So you just pick up
before.
and go like, I'm rapping.
Yeah.
Oh, what's next?
What's next? Oh damn! I need an album cover. Miami Chaos charging us 400, 500 for
no homework. Just ran
Let
out
me
of
do
there.
it myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you know the budget wasn't there. But I've always invested myself. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I make $400 and yo, that's going to my video. You know what I'm saying? Like I was in college.
I still to this day have that same issue. Like, you know, you don't know how it's gonna get done exactly, but you just boom, take the first step.
You take the first step. Listen, you know what's the difference between me and like other artists, even from then and now? Like, I know kids right now that wouldn't shoot a video, that has not shoot a video. Let me say wouldn't. I know some good artists in the neighborhood, in the hood, Flatbush, Crown Heights, Canarsie, that I'm familiar with, that wouldn't shoot a video because they don't have an outfit. That would have never been me. That would have never been me to this day. I don't got an outfit, but I'm gonna throw on a Knoxman tee, a Marz Money t-shirt, and I'm gonna figure this out. You know what I'm saying? They got kids that, because they don't got drip, they ain't shooting a video, and the time will pass, the song will never come out, and it'd be fire, it'd be music, it'd be fire.
Like the only thing that's left is the visual.
Like yo, you want to be the nicest kid in the park, or you want to make it to the NBA? And you know what I mean? I'm gonna make it to the NBA, or I'm gonna be in the NBDL balling. Like,
but that's
you know what I'm saying?
No, but what you're saying is true. But I'm trying to like remember like when I was a kid. Like I don't know, like. Cause that's, you know, like getting your ass cut. You understand? You gotta have the vision to think like it's all gonna be worth it, because your immediate circle will fuck a lot of shit up. You understand what I'm saying?
Look at the organic of it. Like some of your first videos is the hoodest videos that you can ever, and they can pop. But you sitting there holding back because you don't have this and you don't have that. A lot of black
down the street gonna say.
A lot of black men issue is it comes with like low self-esteem. They got kids that clothes means a lot. Like dudes done dropped out of school because they ain't have enough school clothes. Like it's real. Like let's be for real. Like you ain't have no J's, niggas ain't want to pull up to school. Like the flyers in the school. So that shit apply now. There's dudes that got bills to pay, or got something that they need to pay, or got something, and they'll go blow it on clothes. They'll go blow it on that image. And you know, I kind of learned to like basically know the importance of that as well. Let me give some credit. Appearance is everything, and perception, and you know what I'm saying, it's everything, especially in the music business. You know what I'm saying? So that play a part right now. Definitely that play a part.
But you gotta work with what you got.
You gotta work with, and that's I'm a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of that. You gotta work with what you got. You know what I mean? And those you gotta rent that Bentley. You don't gotta have it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make someone believe in you to provide that. You know what I'm saying? And I think like you getting back to what you were saying as far as like what I would have did different. I don't think I would have did anything different. Not
like, what you would have did different, but what you would have advised yourself.
What I would have advised myself, I would have just kept going hard, man. It's like I said, one of my lines is, if I wasn't going out to use my gun, I would have just never, you know what I'm saying? If I had to go somewhere with a gun, then I wasn't supposed to be there. And I really kind of just I really kind of dropped the ball myself. You know what I'm saying? So I got to take some accountability as far as that. And where I was going, my peers blew up. You know what I mean?
So you, so you, the same route that you was trying to take, people took that route and they blew up off of it.
Yeah, and yeah, they did, but they were smart about it. Like,
yeah, they didn't make the mistakes. They tightened up on the blueprint that you set. Yeah,
meaning they didn't put themselves in a position where they gotta do a bid or something.
Yeah.
And that's why I see myself in some of these artists as far as like catching cases and out here living their music. I'm a rap about a drill and going on a Bobby and them is me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that type of, you know, and that shit don't mix, money and violence and the music and that shit. You make it out, it's like I made it. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's luck. It's a luck making it out. So I would have definitely been more aware.
Yeah.
Been more awareness, knowing that, hold up, what am I doing right now? Got the grip on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got deals on the table. I got certain situations. What am I doing right now? Do I have a beef with somebody right now that I need to have it on me and meet right now?
Yeah. Is this shit worth it?
Awareness is what definitely play a part in what. That's the
Is hip hop the only culture like that?
Is hip hop the only culture
like that?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, man.
I'm trying to think myself, and I don't want to think. I don't like being that person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you gotta act, you know. But I also am like a believer in that it's a system too, and that these are just stories of the system.
Right.
You understand?
And people want to hear them.
Yeah, and so everybody like a good tearjerker. You understand?
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
For whether you inside or you outside, everybody like that. Everybody like the triumphant story. So,
and you know what I mean, that play a part in why I still do it to this day.
Yeah.
Because like my success, and once I keep doing what I do, my success is, the story is like triumph. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm proud. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm working. I do it for that. You know what I'm saying? I do it
for that dub.
For that W. You know what I'm saying? Cause
bring it back to the crib.
And like even while the route, I'm at the best place in my life right now.
Do you feel you owe that W to your community? That Marz making it. Do you feel like you owe it to Flatbush?
I've always feel like although Flatbush have changed drastically from when I really was repping it and all that, for Marz to like really get in a position where he could do something for the community or make a difference or say, look, this is my story, follow this path, and being from Flatbush, I owe it to the kids that I kept saying, do it like this, do it like that, do it like that.
That's tough.
Because then they're gonna be like, oh shit, it worked, Marz.
Yeah, that's
it worked for Marz. And I know if I pass today, or you know what I mean, I don't want to always bring up, you know what I mean, death or stuff like that, but I know I planted the seed in a lot of kids. A lot of dudes, older and younger than me, you know what I'm saying?
Alright, so why you kid?
I care too much.
No, why?
Because it's just in me, man.
It's not to say that that's not me, because I feel it, but I want people that wouldn't get it to understand. Why do you care?
You know why I care, man? Because I feel like I have a purpose.
Yeah.
And my purpose is surrounded by certain principles, and me doing what I do, like it showcases that. You know what I mean? It spills out of my pores. Like I feel like it's like you see yourself in kids, and you see the path, and even before that, like let's just speak on myself, like regardless of whoever. For me personally, like it's like I care because I believe in legacy. I believe in you know what I mean, ancestral, like I want, when I go, I'm an example, or I'm someone that, you know what I mean, like you can take the good and the bad, and you know what I'm saying, like I just always strive towards something that greater than myself. And I just want the kids and my peers to look at me in that light and embrace that and see that in themselves. So I care for, I want everyone that encountered me or to, you know what I'm saying, like be better than themselves. You know what I mean? Be that godlike figure that like they have that same
I need to make this example so
you know what I'm saying?
Y'all can reach y'all full potential, do better than me.
Exactly. I got friends that's comedians that I tell them like, yo, you more funny than Kevin Hart to me, man. And if they do, I'll be like, yo, I'll try to push them, and they know that, and that's also me never being a hater, never being like, you know what I mean, even with you, like, you know, I throw a drop of line at you, just like, yo, why would you do it? Why would you give someone that sauce, or why would you tell someone? It's just in me, man. I could ramble on them.
Nah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's in me, but
it's fine. I just want to let you know, like we're talking like 80 years from now when you do pass. They're gonna play that clip of what your legacy was. You understand what I'm saying? Just made that clip. Let people know, like, this is it. This is the guidelines. This is the mission. This is the goal, the aim, and you gave me a purpose. This is the mission. Yes. So that's
difference maker. You want to you want to create change in the world. You know what I'm saying? You definitely want to, like, you know what I mean? I've served my purpose now, or I blew up now. You know what I mean? The bar is set for other people different. You know what I mean? But I love where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? I love where I'm at. Definitely.
Alright then, so let's play Big Bang real quick, right? Let's say, you know, you got the budget opened up for you and things like that, right? I need to know, like, as a production team, like a few production teams that you would want to work with, and about 3 artists that you say you would work with, and you know, like, this is the Marz Money, this the classic, this the Stillmatic, this is the EP, this the one that's getting us fuck about it.
Facts. For producers, like some producers that I love to work with, I always wanted to get a primo joint. I always wanted them to, like, mix my old lines that the people in the hood remember and shit. I always wanted like a primo joint. Who else? It's a couple beat makers, and I can't. Let me see. I say primo. I love Jalil Beats still. I love Jalil Beats sound, man. Like, all the time, you know what I'm saying? I love Jalil Beats.
It's always was like a up-north trappish type
vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he set the trend for that. And I'll say someone like a Mike Will made it type. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like Mike Will made it.
The southern
to get like southern, but understand hip hop. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Hit Boy or Boy Wonder and you know what I mean? A couple of Drake producers and shit, like
40.
40 should be, you know what I'm saying?
You gonna get you singing?
Yeah. Nah, you ain't gonna catch the singing ones. I'm gonna catch those 0 to 100, those type of bangers, you know what I'm saying? I definitely would want those and shit. Artist wise, I'll say like currently, no, you know what? I gotta add a little more than 3. I'll say I got like some wild cards as well. Like, I want to do something with Tory Lanez.
You want to say that right now?
Yeah. Oh well, man. Listen, I'm not like that. Politically,
the block is hot.
I got confidence in him, man. Same way. Chris Brown made it. I'm believing Tory Lanez gonna make it back.
Comeback.
Yeah, the comeback kid. So, I mean, I just saying who I'm fans of is like Tory Lanez. I would do something with Travis Scott.
Okay.
You know why I do something with Travis Scott? Because like the first, like coming from where I was coming from, that real boom bap, that real hard shit, official New York flavor. When I was locked up, my peoples used to tell me, yo, make sure you keep up with the times. And one of the artists that I used to listen to when I was locked up was Travis Scott. You know what I'm saying? And he's like any versatile type songs you hear me, it's like listening to
Travis Scott.
Kind of listening to Travis Scott and so keeping me updated.
What about him? What about him made him like the leader of your new school?
Like, I'll tell you what it is. That I could do what he do. Like how he put his music together, how he put his beats together. I could see myself, if I had to completely change my flow, I could see myself doing that in that, you know what I'm saying? Like in that realm of,
we might get a Stoner Marzs album.
I mean, you know, big dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? That and you know what I mean? As a classic, as an OG, as a real Brooklyn shit. Fab. I let it get something with Fab.
Yeah, that's,
you know what I'm saying?
That'd be a fire first.
So, you know what I mean? If we gonna exclude Tory, I say we go. You know what I mean?
You got another third just in case.
You know what I'm saying? I say Benny the Butcher. Benny the Butcher with what Griselda doing right now. I could come that hard. You know what I'm saying? That hustler, gangster shit. I'm there with it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's the punchlines too.
I'm there with it. I'm there with it. I'm
all that in one.
All that. Benny and Conway. I'm with all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm with all that smoke.
So now we got we got the artists, and we got the producers.
Yeah.
So I give you $1 million budget. What director you running with? For the first video.
Man. Shout out to Rick Ross and Spiff TV. I'm pocketing that. You see, this is the business mind. I'm pocketing that M. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get my dude. I'm gonna get a couple of dudes from the hood that's doing their thing right now. I'm gonna get Capo Mob Films. I'm gonna get Kaskia. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get a couple other dudes, and that's how we gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Wolf and a couple other dudes that's doing Sage Wolf, a couple other dudes that's doing their thing. That's who I'm gonna scoop up, and we gonna cut that budget down so I can pocket that. You know what I'm saying? I know what to do. You know what I mean? You can't talk to somebody like me like that. Right? You know what I mean? Benny Boom and all them. Lil X.
Yeah, I did some nice shit today.
I did some nice shit in your time, but I got some young boys that you know what I mean.
We ain't gonna see a big pimpin' from Marz Money.
Nah, definitely. I'm taking somebody on the yacht, though. I'm taking one of them boys on the yacht with me. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely do some big budget shit as far as like yachts and exotic cars and all that. But I don't think I would. I think I would kill myself with. I seen. You know what I mean? All it takes is for artists to just get one and blow up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Kaskia got a video where he blew up and he got about 4, maybe more, 10 mil, 100 mil, something like that with Lil Uzi Vert.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
the free Uzi Vert.
You know what I mean? It's the era of the entrepreneurs. It's the era of the independent. It's the era of the do-it-yourself kids, man. So that's what I'm running with.
That's a fact,
definitely. But yeah, that $1 million budget it's gonna get split and chopped up, and we definitely gonna have a lot of that. You know what I mean? Definitely.
Alright, then before we wrap up, let everybody know what they can expect from something like for the fourth quarter. How we doing for the fourth quarter?
Yeah, for the fourth quarter, I'm going with I gotta drop a couple projects. You know what I'm saying? So for the fourth quarter, you're gonna hear a couple, like an EP and an album. Some more videos, some power moves. You know what I'm saying? I've been working on some power moves as far as getting some of these features. You know what I'm saying? So I've been working with a couple people that's gonna point me in the right direction to get the right tracks and get a little more exposure.
We can expect another project.
Definitely.
Okay.
Very soon.
Very soon.
Very soon. I already dropped the first.
That's the first single off it? Okay.
Set the record straight, and Dead Weight that's gonna be on the project. So I dropped 2 tracks till I put out there, because I ain't trying to harbor no tracks, and I want to get a little more projects out there. So in mind right now, I definitely got 2 ready to go.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
okay.
2 ready to
So,
go.
what's the evolution of the sound? Like, I mean, I made the joke about like maybe a hippie album or anything like that.
Yeah.
But what's the expansion of the sound? You know, a little bit more drill. What is it? Gonna be like a calmer, flowy Griselda type sound? Like, what are we expecting?
You're gonna get like how Flatbush, you're gonna get a melting pot, man. And like how my last project, it was like that. You know what I mean? You had that drill flow, you had that New York flow, you had that Southern flow, you had that Southern slurred Houston type. I'm gonna continue to be versatile. You're gonna get some dance hall, you know what I mean, hardcore reggae type. You're gonna get a little samples of that, like dead weight, you know what I'm saying? You're going that's what's gonna take place. It's gonna be a melting pot of all different forms.
And you still get them fire ass Marz Money samples.
You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. That was alright, man. So I'm here for that, man. I appreciate you.
Yo, Slaps.
This was fire.
You already know, man.
Yeah, my foot sleep like a motherfucker. I don't know what's gonna happen.
We in a box, man. We in a block, the cable box. You already know what it is, man.
So if my legs give, you ain't gotta help me out, bro.
But you already know what it is, man.
Yeah. Give me your social media.
Social media is Marz Money NC. That's Marz Money NC on Instagram. Marz Money, MarzMoney on Twitter. Marz Money on SoundCloud. Marz Money on YouTube. MarzMoney.com. You know what I mean? All my shit is set up right. Just Google me or search bar Marz Money. You're gonna find it. You know what I'm saying?
Lord of Flatbush.
Lord of Flatbush, Marzs. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about.
Fire ass mixtape.
You already, man.
Stream that, man. Slap shot you. You know, make sure you like, subscribe, all that other shit. You know. My shit sleep.